Okay, in the next few minutes here, we're going to go through some of the fraction problems in the study guide for Math B Final. So Eunice has a piece of paper, 33 1/2 inches long. She needs to divide it into 4 pieces of equal length. How long is each piece? So this is saying 33 1/2 divided into 4 equal pieces. So I'm dividing. So one way I could do this is to change this into an improper fraction. 2 times 3. 33 is 66, plus 1 is 67 halves. And dividing, it's the same as dividing by 4 over 1. So if I do the keep, change, flip, I can change this into this problem. So I have 67 over 8. How many 8s go into 67? Well, I can get 8. 8 times 8 is 64. And 67 minus 64 is 3, so 8 3/8. 8 3/8 pieces. Oh, not 8 3/8 pieces. Each piece will be 8 3/8 inches long. That's my problem. Of course, we could also do it this way. I could divide 4 into 33 and 5/10, because 1/2 is the same as 5/10. How many 8s go into 33? Or how many 4s go into 33? 8. 8 times 4 is 32. I subtract. Gives me 1. I bring down the 5. How many 4s go into 15? Bring up the decimal point. This is going to go on for 3 decimal places. I can see I get 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. Bring down a 0. How many 4s go into 30? 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Leaves me 2. Bring down another 0. How many 4s go into 25? 4 times 5 is 20. So there's my answer. 8 3/8 inches. Of course, 3/8 as a decimal is 375 thousandths. Joe is climbing up a mountain 3/5 of a mile at a time. He climbs it 15 times. How many miles has Joe climbed up the mountain? Well, each time he goes up, he goes 3/5 of a mile, and he goes up 15 times. So I'm going to have to multiply it by 15. 15 is the same as 15 over 1. I notice here I can simplify both those. I can reduce that because 15 is the same as 3 times 5. So I have 3 times 3 times 5 all over 5 times 1 is 5. So the 5's cancel out. 9 miles. A salad recipe calls for 5 2/3 cups. Okay, let's say olives. 5 2/3 cups olives. The cook wants to half the recipe, split in half. How much olives, or how many olives, will the new recipe require? So I have 5 2/3 cups that I want to divide by 2. So I can write this as an improper fraction. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17/3. And if I see 2 is 2 over 1, I can do keep, change, flip this over. And that leaves me with 17 over 6. How many 6s go into 17? Well, 2. And that's 6 times 2 is 12. It leaves me with 5 remainder. 5 6 cups. So Starsky and Hutch are twins. At birth, Starsky weighed 2 1/4 pounds less than Hutch weighed. That means Hutch must weigh more. If Hutch weighed 10 1/8 pounds at birth, then how much did Starsky weigh at birth? So Starsky weighs this much less than Hutch. So if Hutch weighs 10 1/8 pounds, and Starsky is this much less, I just have to subtract that much, and my answer will be Starsky's weight. So I notice because the denominators are different, I have to make the denominators the same. If I multiply top and bottom here by 2, then this problem becomes 10 1/8 minus 2 2/8. Since I can't take 2/8 away from 1/8, I have to borrow from the 10 So 10 is the same as 9 plus 1. And I'm going to write the 1 as 8/8. So I have 8/8 plus 1/8 is 9/8. So 10 and 1/8 is the same as 9 and 9/8. But now I can do this, my subtraction. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9/8 minus 2/8 is 7/8. So Starsky weighed 7/8 pounds when he was born. Lisa's helping to pack lunches for the school field trip. She needs to pack 224 lunches. So far she has packed 3/8 of the lunches. How many lunches remain to be packed? How many remain to be packed? So they're not asking me about what she's already done, 3/8. They're asking me what they haven't done. So if she's done 3/8 of the job, so here's 8s, and she's done 3/8, so this is packed. So the remaining 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 is unpacked. And that's what they're asking about. This is the parts unpacked. This is what remains to be done. So I need 5/8 of 224. That's 5/8 times 224, or 224 over 1. Well, I see this is even and this is even, so I know I can break this apart and cancel. So I have 5 times, if I split this in half, I have 2 times 112. On the bottom I have 8 times 1, or is 8, which I'll write as 2 times 4. So I can see these two cancel out. And I'm left with 112 over 4. Well, I can factor this as well. So my 5 still comes over. 112 is the same thing as 4 times 28 divided by 4. One way to see this is 100 divided by 4 is 25. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 25 plus 3 is 28. But now, the 4's cancel out, and I'm simply left with 5 times 28, which is 140 lunches. That's how much remains to be packed. Number 10 says, Miss P rode her bike at 4 1/4 miles per hour for 6 hours. How far did she ride? So she went 4 1/4 miles per hour for 6 hours. So I need to multiply every hour times the number of hours she rode, times 6. So 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17 over 4, times 6 over 1. Oh, these are even, so I can factor. So this is 2 times 2. This is 2 times 3. I have a 2 cancel here with a 2 cancel here. I'm left with 17 times 3 is 51 over 2. So half of 50 is 25. So that means she rode 25 1/2 miles. Looks like I have one more here for this video. The Jones drove 540 miles in 7.5 hours. What is the unit rate? Remember, unit rate is all about 1. And since the rate I'm traveling is miles per hour, I know they did 540 miles in 7.5 hours. So if I do this division, because a fraction is a division problem, I'll find out how many miles they drove in 1 hour. So this is the same thing as, you could do this. Move the decimal point over and do 75 into 5,400. That would work. But I could also do it this way. 540. This becomes 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15 halves. And so this is 540 over 1 divided by 15 halves. 540 over 1 divided by 15 halves. So I can do the keep, change, flip again. 540 over 1 times 2 over 15. Well, I see that I've got this ends in 5 and that ends in 0, so I know both of these are factors of 5. Or 5 is a factor of 540 and 15. So 540 divided by 5 is going to be 108 times 5. 5 times 100 is 500. 5 times 8 is 40. 500 plus 40, 540. Times 2 over 3 times 5. So my 5's cancel out. If I remember the rule that if I have the digits and they are divisible by 3, then this is divisible by 3. So 1 plus 0 plus 8 is 9. This is divisible by 3. So what if I did that? If I did 108 divided by 3, 3 goes into 10 3 times, leave me with 1. How many 3's go into 18? Well, 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So I can write 108 as 3 times 36. So once again, the 3's cancel out, and I'm left with simply 36 times 2, or 72 miles per hour. Hope this helps.